What are we doing? Where are we?
Amity, Indiana.
Near a cemetery.
Yeah, the cemetery's right up the road. And technically the eclipse has started. We're at what, 5% occlusion?
Yeah, something like that. You can.
It'll be another, what, hour and a half until full occlusion? So yeah, we're gonna see what the sun looks like when the moon's in front of it. Are you gonna get a totality tan?
I do.
This is the Dwarf Lab telescope. It's actually working pretty damn good. It's definitely like 5 degrees cooler than it was when we got here. Yeah. And the light looks just a little weird. What you looking at?
The eclipse.
That's weird having the glasses on because you have no visual references. So you try and look up and it's like, oh God, I'm gonna fall over.
Building.
Right?
Welcome.
Welcome!
They're opening up for us.
Yeah, I love her.
It's amazing how much faster it moves, like right at the end there.
So how much colder it is right now?
It's gonna get fucking dark here in a minute.
Wow,
It's gonna get darker. We're still not in totality. Yeah, all the building lights kicked on. That's really cool. Oh, that's so weird.
Look at that. That's so cool. Okay.
There's just a sliver. Look at this.
Oh my God, that's badass.
That's.
Look at it. Can you see it? Look at it.
Oh my God,
Look
yeah.
at that. Look.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh my God. Ashley, take your glasses off.
My
Look at
camera's still
Ashley,
tracking it.
Hey, just
Holy crap.
take your glasses off and look at that.
It just went night. Oh my God.
It's amazing. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
God.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I mean, that's full night.
This is the coolest thing I've ever
Yes,
seen.
this is amazing.
Oh my God. This is like...
I can't even get my camera, like the telescope can't even see it. It's so dark. Look at the little edge there. There's like a bright light right at the bottom terminator. What is that?
I think that's just like literally like that's the mile that we're off. I think that's like the mile that we're off.
Yeah, I mean there's, or like a solar flare or something, but there's something sticking out right at the very bottom. That's just wild looking. People set off fireworks.
Wow.
That is so much cooler than I thought it was going to be.
So much cooler.
I mean, it feels like night. Oh, there we're starting to get a little bit more light. I can see it on the horizon lighting up. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. No, you're right. Oh yeah, but look.
You know, all the building lights turned on.
Look at the semi truck pulled over.
But you can. Oh yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Yep.
Oh look! You can actually see it right at the bottom.
Oh, neat. Yeah, neat. Wow, that's cool.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Wow.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap.
Wow, that was...
That was surreal.
Yeah.
And then I also thought about how badly must have ancient peoples absolutely themselves.
That's all I could think right now.
Experienced that.
That's all I could think right now.
They would have thought it was the end of the world.
Okay.
10 out of 10 would view again. Holy shit.
So wait a second, this part of the trip.
You've survived the 2024 eclipse. How do you feel?
I'm going to Disneyland.
Never been to Spain.
So yeah, the overall consensus is that was one of the coolest things we've ever seen. Oops.
It's empty.
Oh, good.
Ish.
Several days later.
All right, you're recording. You're recording. Battery pack on. What is with me and rain in Pennsylvania? I have worked my way across the United States over the last couple of days. Now I'm headed towards New York and my start, at least, of the Trans-America Trail. But yeah, basically what I'm doing is I'm going out to Liberty State Park, which is where the Statue of Liberty is, coming back and connecting to the Mid-Atlantic BDR, and following the Mid-Atlantic BDR down to Damascus, Tennessee, which is where the Trans-America Trail starts. Then following the Trans-America Trail back towards Colorado, and eventually Oregon. I'm a little early for the Trans-America Trail. Most people start in late April to May, or even into June. Or they do it late season, September-ish. Some of that's just needing to be able to do the mountain passes in Colorado while they're open. But I don't really care about doing the mountain passes in Colorado because I've done all of them. And I'm trying to make it to Giant Loop because the Tuck documentary is premiering there. So yeah, the goal today, I'm gonna get to New York, start my official, ride, and then head back towards, I can't remember the name of it now, but a town, it's the same town I stayed in when I was on the Mabder and just getting absolutely poured on. I might end up staying there 2 days because there's a storm system moving through, and so I may let the storm system clear before I head south on Mabder. I don't mind rain all that much, but I'd really rather not get snowed on. But yeah, let's just worry about getting to New York, and then we'll deal with the rest of it.
Several song-filled hours later.
I have basically never been to New York City before. I flew through the airport one time, and ironically I'm in Jersey. I'm not even in New York City, and I'm arguably not even going to go into New York City. I am not a city person. If you haven't figured that out already, I'm quite okay with being out in the middle of nowhere by myself. I am not a big fan of being in the city at any time, whether by myself or with other people. Clearly the ADV bike segment isn't real big in Jersey. I was at a gas station, had lunch. I was there for maybe 10 minutes, and 4 people stopped and asked me about the bike, asked me about the trip, asked me about what the Trans-America Trail was, like the whole deal. They were just in shock that something like that existed. I think it might have been 5 people by the time I left. It was hilarious how many people were trying to figure out what was going on with like the bike and me and all that stuff. Only if I fall over. Have a good one. I get the feeling the Kiwi Groms got special treatment because they were able to park right over here. Here's one side of the country, and in about a month and a half it'll be the other side of the country. Granted, the Kiwi Groms had smaller bikes, so it was probably a little bit easier. They could just walk their bikes through. The start of another long journey. Here's the skyline for you. Well, I'm gonna get back to my bike and we're gonna start westward ho. At least for this hoe. Escape from New York, Coloradan edition. So here's the reality of the Trans-America Trail. Tons of people do the Trans-America Trail every single year, and very few of them ever do the same route. It's sort of like the Continental Divide Trail in that way, in that you're welcome to make it your own. Nobody's expecting you to do this exact same thing that everyone does. I had the option of doing the Trans-America Trail connector, but it was down south. It was basically starts in like Nags Head, North Carolina, something like that. That would have been fine. I could have totally done that. But everyone that I talked to basically said the same thing of it's all pavement, it's not particularly interesting, and there's way more interesting ways to do routes like that. And so I looked at it, and I also looked at what the Kiwi Groms did, and they did this. They started at Liberty State Park and rode basically to the Mid-Atlantic BDR and connected the Mid-Atlantic BDR to the Trans-America Trail, which is what I'm doing. And so it just gives me a little bit more interesting of a ride to get to the Trans-America Trail in Damascus, Tennessee. You know, nothing on the Mid-Atlantic BDR is particularly difficult. I'm also really pretty early in the season, so some of the stuff wouldn't be open. But I'm just gonna ride to Damascus, Tennessee along the Mid-Atlantic BDR and connect from there out to Colorado. You know, there's not honestly a whole lot east of the Mississippi on the Trans-America Trail that is super interesting. I will get to do Tail of the Dragon, you know, Deal's Gap, all that. That's kind of it. There's not a whole hell of a lot else out here on the Trans-America Trail that is super, you know, fun riding or crazy or anything like that. So I'm just gonna ride and enjoy what I can, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, when it really comes down to it, the Trans-America Trail is whatever you want to make of it. And don't stress about too much about what other people think. I will see you guys when I get where I'm going. So, later.
Later that same evening.
Oh my god, my butt hurts. Oh. Good evening, and welcome to my wonderful motel room in New Columbia, Pennsylvania. I have been here for 2 days, letting the rain clear because it has rained basically continuously for the last 2 days. And I will be heading out in the morning. I'm expecting cooler temperatures, but I should stay relatively dry. I'm technically just along the Mid-Atlantic BDR route until I get to Damascus, Tennessee, so that'll probably take me about 4 days. This was a good 2 days. I kind of needed it anyway because I needed to edit footage, and I got a ton done, so that was super helpful. And this is all the Pennsylvania stuff that I was in the rain for when I was coming up the Mabder. So it's beautiful and a ton of fun, and hopefully it won't be too muddy, but I'm expecting it to be pretty muddy. But that's okay. You know, I got good tires. I'll pack up all this stuff. It'll be fun, but it's not super technical riding, so it's alright. These last 2 days was super helpful. I needed to get a lot of editing done. I'm still working on this veterans documentary, and I got a ton of stuff on part 2 of it done. So part 1 of it is already ready, and then part 3 I can literally finish whenever I want to. Get stuff organized, and then I'll see you in the morning, and we'll go ride through beautiful Pennsylvania again. The nice part is this was the stuff that was basically my favorite part of Mabder, so I'm looking forward to doing this again. The southern stuff is a lot more paved, except for section 3. Hopefully it's not just a muddy mess. It very well could be, because it really has been raining basically the last 2 days. And I'll see you guys in the morning, I guess. We'll see. I've been on worse.